extra time.
If Chris Woakes is Mr. Dependable, do you have a Mr. title for Ben Stokes?
Mr. Incredible, I suppose. No, I can't really think of a better one. He probably looks a bit like him as well, that cartoon character that knocks around. He's similar sort of shape. He's probably a little bit skinnier than him now, but he'd probably end up looking like that. So, Mr. Incredible suits, I reckon.
Final one on Mr. Incredible. You know how much hard work he puts in behind the scenes. Do you think he can get any better than this right now?
I certainly think he can keep performing at this level, and I'd love to see him get better. His drive's certainly there to get better. I think the sky's the limit for him, really. You watch how he goes about things, and there's no reason why he can't keep performing this consistently. As I said, to have such a complete game and so many different gears and modes at your disposal allows you the ability to keep getting better. And I think most importantly, if he continues to keep reading situations the way he is and he keeps the confidence that he's playing with at the moment, there's no reason why we can't continue to see such brilliant performances as we have done this week and over the last 12 months, really.
Joe, it might sound a silly question, but do you feel a very lucky captain to have Ben Stokes in your team? Just the amount of options you've just described there that he brings?
Yes. I don't really know what else to say apart from yes, because as I've mentioned, he's got so many different skills that he brings to the team. Right? He's played a role for us this game with the ball, which you can use him in a completely different way as well. But it's something he's been successful with in the past, and it gives us another option within that attack. And then he's a genuine all-round player, something that you don't see genuine all-rounders in world cricket. You get guys that have certain strengths, favoured by the batting or bowling, but I think he is someone that genuinely you can turn to, and he will change you a game.
There's obviously a lot of stuff that we don't see, sort of magnetic effect he has on those around him. Can you just talk a bit about that?
Well, yeah, he's your ideal senior player, really. He goes about his business extremely professionally. He works extremely hard on his game. I think over the last couple of years, his batting has gone up a couple of levels, not just a level. He's really added to what was already a very complete game. And I think that was shown in the first innings in particular. The way that he played within himself for long periods of times. He managed some difficult situations, and along with Dom, set up the game completely. But those are great examples for what is a very young batting group. And when they see him go and do that, and the way he practices alongside that as well, it's great for them to see that, learn from, and then try and apply that to their own games too.
Can you just kind of contrast Headingley last summer and here? Obviously, two similar performances from Ben, but one has an iconic image of 30,000 people all jumping up together, spraying beer on each other, and obviously here you can hear a pin drop, and not quite the same, is it? Yeah,
I think from a skill point of view, it's very hard to. Everyone forgets his bowling within that game at Headingley as well, and the impact that he had with the ball. It's very difficult to compare the two on a number of levels. I think the situation, the magnitude of it being an Ashes series, the series on the line, running out of partners, running out of options, everything sort of seemed to be dead in the water, and being able to get us across the line at Headingley. I think here he showed a bit more versatility really within himself, and the fact that he's more of a complete player now. I think he'll thoroughly enjoy this week in a different way to Headingley on a personal front, and from a team point of view, it'd be very easy for us to sort of not appreciate how good a performance this was this week because of the lack of atmosphere within the ground. But I don't think that's the case. I think everyone understands that we are watching at the moment a player at the peak of his powers, at the peak of world cricket, delivering time and time again. And we have to savour that. We have to appreciate that and understand that we are, without trying to pump his tyres too much, in the presence of greatness.
Joe, there are man of the match performances and there are man of the match performances. I mean, this surely must be a legendary performance by Ben Stokes. Would you put it up there with Headingley last summer?
Yeah, I mean, he just seems to get better and better. I think one thing that this game showed more than any other is his ability to read different situations and his adaptability, his versatility. You know, he can do so many different roles with the bat. That first inning showed great maturity, read the situation very well. And I thought him and Sibbers really did set the foundations. You know, third time in 4 games now we've got 400 plus, which is a massive step forward for this batting group and for us as a team, and something to build on. And he really led the way with that. And then, you know, you look at the rest of the game, his impact with the ball, he made something happen when nothing was. You know, ran in and on a very, what seemed at that point with that old soft ball, a very flat wicket, he made things happen and changed the game in some ways there. And then to come out and blast it, as we've seen before, put us in a position where we could really be in control today. Having those extra runs were very valuable. It meant that there was only really 2 possibilities in terms of the result, and it gave us a little bit more breathing space, and we could attack a little bit more on occasions because of it.
Hit the subscribe option and the bell icon to get all the exclusive sports videos on Extra Time.